My name is Remu, and I am about to finish my first year of college. And that is a not only crazy thing to say, but to hear myself say, and to admit that it is almost coming to an end. Yeah. I still have my finals ahead of me in the coming 2 weeks, but after that I am free. I am out for summer. I am booking it back home. And again, that's just so wild. I think one of the biggest fears I had for this first year is that I would not be doing enough. It really starts from high school, my freshman year. The whole point of high school for me was just get into MIT. And yeah, it didn't happen, but I just kept trying to do stuff for that goal. I was, working, I was joining clubs, I was studying hard. But in the end, every year, it seemed like I kind of did nothing, or not as much as my peers. And that ended up catching up to me, and I felt rushed and scared. And it was just so much to deal with. And yeah, again, this freshman year, 4 years later, I'm having a fear that it's going to repeat, and I'm going to be behind again. And now I'm at a place where all my peers are these crazy smart people that are doing crazy, intelligent, cool things beyond school. But I think it's safe to say, regardless, I have done enough, and I have been working hard, and I have been showing that every day and every week. I've been taking on new projects, I've been joining new clubs, I've been interacting with new people, I've been dead set on my goal to be the #1 Iron Man, and I think I'm on track to hit top 100 this season for Iron Man on Marvel Rivals, by the way. But yeah, so for anyone with those similar fears, I wanted to make this video to say, first of all, take a breath. You have finished a year of school. Regardless of how you feel like it went, if you're still here, if you passed your classes, if you are healthy and alive, you've done enough. You've done enough. And it is totally alright if that is your bare minimum. I just want you to take a breather and appreciate that. Appreciate yourself. Of course, we all have goals. We all have an idealized way that this all ends for us. And there's definitely a feeling of paralysis when the progress is not coming as far as you thought it would be. I know when it was my sophomore year of high school and my resume was not looking that stacked, I was so afraid. I would be crying sometimes. I know it's there are worse things. There are definitely worse things. But I was crying because I thought I was getting nowhere. And I just put myself in this horrible loop of needing to do things for, validation or to feel productive without actually being productive and doing things that I liked and building a life that was relevant and important to me. This is why now, looking back on everything, the one thing I would change is to stop doing things out of fear and to start doing them out of actual interest and passion and joy. Just working and working and working doesn't do anything for you if it isn't going somewhere. And that's why we all need to take just a second to really reevaluate ourselves and to think about what we're doing and why we're doing it. Again, going back to high school, I joined 15 clubs. I was up on board for most of them. I had a leadership position. I had all these titles and things I can write down. I was going to all these competitions and getting a couple placements. And in the end, it did not manifest into what I wanted it to. Because rather than taking the time to evaluate myself and think about where all of this was going, I was just cramming my resume with useless stuff, with random things that had no relation to what I wanted to do. for context, I am really, really into neuroscience and Parkinson's, neurodegenerative diseases specifically, right? But I barely did anything related to that until maybe my junior or senior year, when I knew I wanted to do that the entire time. But I was hurting myself by putting my head down and just working on things that were completely useless. And come senior year, there were people with lower SAT scores, with less things on their resume, with a lot more sleep than me, getting into all the schools that I dreamed of. While I still got to go to a good school, fortunately. That's something I'm very grateful for. But I had to, take my second best option. Well, these people are getting options they never even knew they had, right? And this is not to compare or to say that I'm a victim. This is to say that I really needed to take the time to just take a breath, to think about the person I am and what I actually want to do. And again, this is not going to be a video to shame anyone that is older or, at that point, junior, senior year, and feeling lost. But this is to let you know that you can completely change your trajectory by taking that breath, by taking that first step and cultivating something for yourself. You never know the person you are until you start asking the real questions about that. If you don't, you will just remain lost and waste your own time. I am a firm believer in it is never too late to start something new or to learn or to grow, right? But it only feels worse the more you prolong the difficult things, or maybe the easy things, taking the break that you need. So, to close out this video one last time, let's all take a very deep breath and just prepare for summer vacation, because you seriously deserve the break that's ahead, and you've earned it. You've put in the time, the hours. If you got through school, if you didn't flunk out, if you just did your work and did your best, that is all you need. And I hope everyone has a wonderful graduation, a wonderful prom, a wonderful summer break. You seriously earned it, and you are going to kill it next semester. Again, this is Remu, and I am taking a very deep breath with all of you right now. Have a good night.